Hi again. Today's 10-minute chat it's a big topic for 10 minutes. Um, it's why I work with dogs, why I decided to work with dogs, and why I love it. Um, so there are some easy bits that no doubt you might predict a little bit. In my previous roles, I have particularly liked working with people. And actually, although I work with dogs, if you really think about my role, I'm working with people and I'm going on a little bit of their journey with them as they discover how to relate better with their dog. Um, so, working with people, seeing them have those aha moments when they realize, oh, actually, this is all fairly easy if I have a bag of treats and a clicker. Um, So even, puppy classes where you may only see someone for 6 to 12 weeks, through to working with reactive dogs and seeing moments where that dog smiles at the owner and the owner smiles back at the dog. It's all beautiful. I've got to say, I do love being outside, pretty much in all weathers. My only slight pet hate is sticky mud. And even then, I'm happy to wear boots and waterproofs, but it's the dogs. And so sticky mud, perhaps not. But otherwise, for me, what it means is I'm outside in all weathers, including all the sunshine, and keeping really fit, um, and not sort of slumped over at a laptop all day, which I know is the case for so many of us. So I feel really lucky that I get to be outside and active. I love working with dogs and helping give them a voice. So I feel like with dogs, they're really in a difficult position in their human families, hugely power imbalanced. They're actually property. So I always think of them as being like slaves in centuries past, or even women when they weren't allowed to vote and they have no right. So I feel like there's this massive power imbalance, coupled with the fact that dogs don't speak human, and we as humans find it difficult to speak dog. So I do like it when I feel like I can help give the dog a voice and help the owner to see how to be with their dog and to read them, and how to understand that actually that reactive behavior is not aggression, it is fear that's coming out, and you can often work with owners to help them see that. And I love all of that. I love seeing the shifts that occur with the dog, because we can't, as humans, actually change the dog. The dog has to decide to come with us. We can set out an environment, we can help build an environment of trust so they can learn, but they actually have to choose. I did a lovely bit of work last week with a little dog who's reactive to dogs. Um, Third session, I think it was. The first session, we couldn't get anywhere near another dog. We're out on the big gun dog field, and still he was really wildly over aroused. The second session, we did end up getting quite close with Brandon. And the third session, he just was saying hi to Annie, having a run around, and then decided it would be okay to say hi to Lawrence. And Lawrence isn't everyone's cup of tea. And that dog held it all together and he chose. So I love seeing a dog choose to make a change. And I guess also, full disclosure, I do love the fact that the work that I do allows me to work with my own dogs. So when I first had dogs, I was working in a normal office job, and there's such a huge compromise there, especially when they are young or old and they need more time from you, and you feel like you are always leaving them. So the opportunity to spend time with Brandon as he is really into his senior years, and with a 12-year-old Labrador, between, their life expectancy is 10 to 12 years. So I feel like every day I just like being there for him. He doesn't want a lot. He does like spending the time though, and having a bit of a cuddle. And also, you know, I've got Annie the puppy at the moment. So having the time and the skills to work with such an overwhelmingly intense puppy, I feel like if my life was any other way, this would not be working. Today I felt like dog whisperer lady because I actually took all three of them out and had a pleasant walk, and everyone was on the lead, and that's a first for me. And that is with all my skills. So I feel like I'm really blessed that I have the time and the skills to devote to her. And I take my hat off to people who are trying to do this work alongside having full-time jobs, which, you know, is often the case. And the final thing, I guess, which makes it an ideal job for me is I love to learn. And I love to feel a bit of mental challenge. And with this work, no two dogs are the same. You might get really similar cases, but no two dogs are the same. So I'm always learning, and currently finishing my level 6 research project, which gets me a degree level qualification, and then hoping to go on to be a clinical behaviourist. I find it all fascinating work. You'll know I've got the tortoise, and actually looking at how reptiles make decisions and express emotions is as moving and overwhelming for me as it might be for someone new to having a dog, to learn how a dog expresses emotions. And you might not think it, but a tortoise can be thoroughly frustrated, and it's slow-mo, but she runs, effectively running the fence line in front of her enclosure looking for a way out. So yeah, I love that there's always things to learn, and I love that as a business it uses the skills that I've built over previous versions of myself in other careers. So I feel that it's always allowing me to learn and grow, which is fab. So that's just a little bit about why I decided to work with dogs and why I love dogs. And yeah, any comments? Any comments perhaps about why you particularly love having your dog, what you feel like has changed for you as a result of having your dog or dogs? Please feel free to post in the comments, and I will